Well, hip-hop is celebrating its 50th anniversary this week. The genre has been a major influence on American culture, and some of the biggest hip-hop artists have gone on to earn Pulitzer Prizes, lead top fashion houses, and create social justice campaigns for underserved communities. Joining us now here in Studio 57 is one of the biggest artists and entrepreneurs in hip-hop right now, Yo Gotti. Thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us. So before we get into some of the other stuff you've been doing, including social activism, let us talk about your latest mixtape that has come out, because it's part of it. We talk about a journey, right, over decades, right? The mixtape's called I Showed You So. It is kind of like a part B to I Told You So. Tell us about it.
Well, I Told You So I put out with DJ Drummer in 2006. You know, that was like, I think the mixtape that helped me like get a lot of notoriety. I think at that point in my life, I was just trying to be heard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think in 2023, putting out I Showed You So, it's kind of like embodying everything I've done since 2006, everything I accomplished, how far I came in hip hop.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like the navigation of what I was trying to show.
And the fact that both you and DJ Drama are still around.
Yeah.
You know, like it's hard to stay.
And we're still around at two different points of our career too. Like me as an executive, him as an executive, like, you know, all the accolades and different things we've accomplished since the first mixtape we done together.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I think this conversation about 50 years of hip hop, this is what I've been getting out of it, right? That, you know, just like hip hop has grown up, the people in hip hop have also. It's not just about the music, though the music is always central. It's all the other things that you have been doing. Yeah.
Hip-hop has given so much to the world, right? Not only to music, but just to culture. You know, growing up, I know you grew up in Memphis, but I grew up a little further south in Louisiana, about 30 minutes from the Gulf of Mexico. And I wasn't as exposed to hip-hop as I wish I would have been. And it wasn't really until I was an adult that I had the appreciation that I do now. Yeah. Tell us, in your opinion, what you think hip-hop has given the world over the last 50 years. What has the world benefited from?
I think hip-hop is like so powerful that it touches just a lot of different categories. It gives some people mental health. It gives some people, you know, people deal with different things through their music by listening to music. You know, whether you're driving a long trip or whether you're going through something and your favorite artist got a song that touches this subject that helps you get through that. Whether you learn something through music, whether it motivates you to accomplish something. I think music can be used in so many different forms. I just think hip hop overall is like, it's super impactful, but I think in today's time, I think it reaches younger kids faster than it was probably when you was growing up and I was growing up.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because of the internet.
Yeah.
I think because of the internet, and I think it's more accessible to the world. Yeah. By computers, smartphones. I think you had to find it, you know, when you and I was growing up, you had to go literally find it if that's what you was into.
Because I know now you are also developing other artists too. Do you get online? Do you search YouTube to see who sounds good, who's getting all the views, really?
Yeah, I watch YouTube. I also just watch my kids too. Yeah, I think the younger kids are the best A&Rs. You know, if you pay attention, I feel like the youth rules the world anyway.
What does AR mean?
A&R. Meaning like
A&R.
Yeah, A&R. Meaning like, you know, these A&R is a job position that identify talent. Most of the times, you know, identify who the next star gonna be.
So speaking of that, as I understand it, from watching your own kids, you wound up being a part owner in a soccer team. Yeah. That's a big leap from music. Yeah. Like, had you been interested in soccer before, or was it really from watching your son?
Nah, I grew up, we weren't exposed to soccer fields. I actually thought that a soccer ball was a flat basketball when I was growing up.
Really?
Like the couple times that I ran across a soccer ball. You know, I never seen a soccer field until I was taking my son to school. You know, of course, he went to a nicer school than I did. So, and soccer was the only sport he ever played. So by being in practice, going to his games, I ended up learning about the sport soccer. So when the opportunity presented itself, I was familiar with the sport by then. I went to my son, I talked about it, and we made it happen.
You know how important impact is, right?
Yeah.
On legacy, on people today, on all that kind of stuff. What is important to you in your life right now, and where are you trying to make an impact?
I look at guys like Jay-Z, right? And I look at where they came from and where they are now. You know, and that's the blueprint that I try to follow in my own way. You know, to how many people can I touch? How many causes can I help? You know, what can I accomplish? Say it again.
How do you do that?
You do that by staying focused, by having your eyes open, your ears open, watching what's happening in the world, seeing where you can put your input in to help. You know, also by the more hustle you have and drive and successful you be, the louder voice you get to help others who don't have loud voices.
Criminal justice reform is very important to you.
Yeah.
Can we talk about, you brought up Jay-Z, and I know you and Jay-Z, you know, you went in with that lawsuit representing 29 Mississippi prisoners about the quality of their housing. You were able to drop the lawsuit because it worked.
Yeah. Yeah, we still monitoring and watching though.
Good.
Close. We have
Let
to,
them know.
Yeah, we have to make sure that everybody do what they say they're gonna do and supposed to do.
Yeah.
But it was improvements. You know, it's better mental health programs there now. It's better health programs there.
What you and Jay-Z did, do you see that as an extension of kind of where hip hop started, right? Because hip hop was about telling people initially what was happening in South Bronx, what was happening in the neighborhoods that they never went to.
Yeah.
It was advocacy. Do you see that as almost an extension of this history of hip hop?
Yes, I do. I also think hip hop is about being brave too. You know, about saying like freedom of speech and not being like, you know, the whole thing is not being governed about what you want to say, and freedom of speech and being able to stand up and being brave, you know, to represent things like what we're talking about with Parchment and just being brave about it with your words.
It is, like so many other things, storytelling, and you do a great job at it.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Good to have you.
For sure.